We know that there's a lot of speculation in this market. We know that people are buying a lot of second homes.
Is slim pickings in a red-hot real estate market making it harder for mature adults to downsize their homes, adding upward pressure on prices? Mike Moffat is with the Smart Prosperity Institute, a public policy think tank housed at the University of Ottawa. He says he's observing an emerging trend.
We aren't seeing the generational turnover of homes that I think many municipal planners had forecasted over the last 10 to 15 years. I think one of the reasons is that there's nowhere for them to go to.
That observation shared by Linda Sadler of Royal LePage. She's the realtor behind this promotional newsletter called the Bronte Report, being distributed in Oakville. In it, she writes, Canada's record low supply of listings is being compounded by an emerging trend: baby boomers who won't let go of their homes. While she declined an interview, in a written response tells us during the pandemic she saw more retirees opting to renovate with travel unavailable. And that, given the current market, if that demographic chooses to sell at this point, the big question is always, where do I go? If you're looking to purchase another home, you are going to be competing with other people in the market and could be up against 5 to 10 or more offers. Moffat telling us this, however, is just one piece of a large puzzle, and he wants to see more mid-size housing built.
We allow for either 60-story towers of little shoebox-sized condos or big, single detached homes out in the suburbs, and nothing in between. And I think we need to change that.
At the same time, our population is growing. In 2020, StatsCan says there were over 358,000 births in the country. And while that same year immigration slowed due to the pandemic, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada says in 2021, the government reached its target of 401,000 new permanent residents.
But when it comes to the population growth that we have, how are we on track to build homes?
It depends on the province. In Ontario, we are not.
He says his forecasts show the province needing at bare minimum 1 million net new homes, while the Ontario Housing Affordability Task Force says it's more like 1.5.
To put that in context, that's about 150,000 a year, and Ontario traditionally builds about 75,000 a year. So we need to double the rate of home building over the next 10 years in order to keep up with population growth.
We need greater density. We need to move projects from concept to shovel ready quicker.
Meanwhile, according to the president of the Building Industry and Land Development Association, our planning and approval system is outdated.
It currently takes 10 to 11 years for a project to be completed, a lot of that which is approval time. Certainly the provincial government has signaled that it's going to be cutting the red tape. We welcome that.
Wilkes says he wants to see the approval process go digital and for more municipalities to cut back steps he describes as unnecessary.
That add excessive amount of times to bring in projects to the market.
Meanwhile, as we look for solutions to runaway home prices, Moffat says the onus falls on all three levels of government to come up with an effective strategy, not on current homeowners who aren't ready to sell.
Is it fair to say that the folks who occupy those homes bought them fair and square at the time, and it is up to them to decide when to leave?
Yeah, absolutely. That if you bought the house, it is yours.
In Oakville, David Zura, City News.